You are in charge of your stress. Today is the day you take charge. Hi, my name is Alana, founder of Prep and Home, where I help my clients prepare for a thriving life and a peaceful home. Today, I'm bringing you a few tips on how to manage your life well. With these simple steps, you can take control of your life and reduce that stress. Here's how you know you are not managing your life. You are always tired. You are usually stressed. You are often comparing your life to others. You are concerned about how other people are spending their time and their money. You say you do not have time for what really matters, like sleep, exercise, time with your spouse, time playing in the floor with your children. Some of you may have a lot of dreams, but nothing to show for them. A good sign you're not managing your life well is if you hit snooze regularly. And finally, if you are overwhelmed by a never-ending and incomplete task list. The only way to manage what we have is to plan. If you fail to plan your life, then plan to fail at life. Be an adult. Take control of your time, your thoughts, your money, yourself. Also, there is not one right way to do things, but there is one way to get things done on purpose. You get things done by planning first and acting on those plans. Real success takes intention. I've created a workbook for you to use alongside this video. You'll have space to find your time, establish what is most important to you, and finally get your life under management. You can find the workbook in my shop at prepandhome.com, and I'll also leave a link for you below. The first step to managing your life is to calculate how much time you actually have. Newsflash, you don't have 7 days in your week. Take the hours we have in a week and subtract your hours needed to sleep. Be realistic here. If you are someone who is hitting snooze on the reg, maybe give yourself that extra time to sleep without hearing an alarm. I am someone who needs at least 8 hours of sleep each night. Anything less than that, I am not at my best. Some people can be great at what they do with only 7 hours of sleep. Some people need 9. Here's where you start being honest with yourself. How much sleep do you need each night? Now, I need 8 hours of sleep each night, which is 56 hours out of my week, or more like 2.5 days. 2.5 days are gone out of my week. Now, there's nothing wrong with this. I don't need to cut back on my sleep. I need the sleep. You need sleep. It's just important for me to recognize that I don't have 7 days in my week. Now, subtract those hours from your weekly hours. If you are someone who leaves your home to go to work, now is the time for you to subtract your work hours and your commute time. What are you left with for the week? This is the amount of time you have for your life. What is your life? You may be wondering, what can my life be? Well, first we need to start with what is actually necessary. Your life includes your hygiene, your diet. What are you eating? How often are you eating? Taking care of your children, home maintenance, car maintenance, running errands, planning family events like a birthday party or a graduation party. Whatever is necessary for you to live in life, these are the things you've got to plan first. Stop saying you don't have time for these things. I hear people say all the time, I don't have time to sleep. I don't have time to work out. I don't have time to read my Bible. No. What we don't have time for is scrolling. We don't have time for Netflix. Your projects are sitting there and your life is passing you by. Now, I understand that the mundane in life, or what I call maintenance, takes up a lot of our time. We would rather be spending our time doing things we enjoy, right? But maintenance is for the things that actually matter in life. These should be your priorities. What falls under this would be your sleep, how you eat, are you exercising, the cleanliness of your home, your hygiene, also your family dynamic. Is your home a safe and calm and peaceful place for your family to land at the end of the day? Or is it a chaotic drama fest? Your transportation. This needs to be prioritized. You've got to perform the maintenance, right? And a lot of times that maintenance requires money. So you have to prioritize that. Your home payment, whether that be rent or a mortgage payment, you've got to prioritize your funds here. Your electricity, basic necessities in life. You need good food to eat. Let me say this. If you're eating crap food, chances are you are going to feel like crap. Yes, spontaneity can be fun, but it can also be a reckless use of your time. If you are always go with the flow, then it makes sense that you have incomplete tasks hanging over you. It makes sense that you don't have the money for the things you really want or need in life. Think about it. It's not fun paying rent, right? It's not fun buying new tires. We would much rather be spending our money on eating out or new shoes, or in my case, throw pillows, but we can't do that all the time. And the same goes for your time. We would love to spend our time scrolling social media, watching Netflix, reading a new magazine, but nobody is going to sleep for you, and nobody's going to pay your bills. So, is your time or money being used up spontaneously? It's important to note here that there is a difference between being spontaneous and being flexible. Being spontaneous means living without purpose or by impulse. You may be having a lot of fun, but you are not accomplishing anything. Being flexible, on the other hand, is being able to adjust when something happens that you are not in control of. There will be times when you must reschedule and move on to the next thing. Now, you can absolutely take the time to be spontaneous. For instance, on an evening that you have planned with your spouse, go out, venture without an itinerary, spontaneously. But notice that the time has already been set aside, and so has the money. So, now that we've discovered how much time we actually have in our week, we need to establish our morning and evening routines. These are the things you do for maintenance. These are the things you do to end the day calmly and prepare for the next day. Create a list of things you do every night already, like brushing your teeth. And then list the things that you need to do to prepare for tomorrow. Write them down and think about how much time each of these tasks will take you. Now do the same thing for your ideal morning. How would you like to begin your day? You get to take charge here. Now, if you have children, I highly recommend you get up at least 1 hour before they do. This gives you the time for quiet, to get yourself ready for the day, work out, maybe even get breakfast started. Be realistic here with your energy and your time. You can't conquer the world in an evening or in a morning. But over time, you will have conquered your life. Next, we're going to make a list of all of your responsibilities. Think about your active roles in life. These would be the things that take up your time every day. For instance, if you are a stay-at-home mom, mom would probably be number one. That's taking up most of your time. If you're married, you're a wife. That takes time, right? If you go to work, whatever your position is, this would be an active role. If you take care of an elderly parent daily, that is an active role. Whatever it is that is taking up your time every day, write those things down. Under mother or wife, don't forget you are cooking, right? You're preparing meals, cleaning the kitchen, bathing children. Be very specific here. Write down every responsibility you have under these roles. If you're a Christian, your relationship with God would be one of those active roles, right? So put down how you can be responsible and dedicated and faithful in that relationship as well. Don't forget, if you take your kids to school, that's a responsibility. If you're in charge of running errands in your home, don't forget the amount of time it takes for you to go and get groceries each week. Putting things away, prepping that food. The more detailed you are here, the more realistic the amount of time you have will be. Thanks for being here for part 1 of our 2-part series on managing your life well. Stay tuned for part 2, where we will begin blocking out your day. I will also help you establish your planning system so that you know exactly when and how you need to plan your life. Thanks for being here. Bye for now.